I play a guy called Wallace who meets a girl called Chantry, which are both totally normal names, and I meet her at a party at the beginning of the movie, and Wallace has kind of had his heart broken in the past and is not really, into the idea of falling in love with somebody, and, he has trouble overcoming that when he starts immediately falling in love with Zoe Kazan's character as soon as he meets her, and then he finds out that she has a boyfriend, which I feel is a situation that many men have been in over the years, and so he kind of decides to, well, this person makes me so happy that I don't want to not hang around with her, so I'll just be her friend. And, whatever, all the frustration and wonderful stuff that goes along with being in love with somebody that you can't have. Well, he's not really cynical. He's sort of using being cynical to cover up the fact that he is actually a hopeless romantic, and he's, the fact that he has a very unrealistic and but very sweet view of love and how love works, and the kind of, he wants it all to be very clean and very easy, and it's not always. Sometimes people do get hurt and things are complicated, and that's kind of what he learns as the film goes on, as well as like the fact that there is never anything to be gained by lying to yourself about how you feel about somebody. I'd say that's kind of the central premise of the movie, is just it's silly to delude yourself. I think we're very similar in some ways. We're very similar sense of humour, and also because we used a lot of improvisation during some of the scenes, a lot of my own sense of humour came out, I think, in the character even more. I don't know, I think generally I'm a lot more direct than him. Like, I don't think he spends a long time in the movie kind of waiting and wondering and agonising over whether, his feelings for Chantry are reciprocated, and I don't think I would be able to wait nearly as long. Like, I just have to ask the question, get my answer, and move on with my life either way. I mean, we got on very, very well. I don't think it would be possible to have the relationship that we have on screen if we hadn't got on well in real life. So yeah, we got very lucky. We didn't know each other particularly before filming. We'd met once briefly, but not for long. So it was, it was good casting on the part of the casting department and Michael Dowse, the director, because he put in fact, not just me and Zoe, but the whole group. Megan, who plays Zoe's sister, and Adam and Mackenzie, who are our friends. They all feel like a group that's known each other for a long, long time and has a lot of history. And I think that it really adds to the authenticity of the movie. And it's Fool's Gold is what it's called. It was one of Elvis's favourite sandwiches. And that man, he knew from sandwiches. So it's a loaf of Italian white bread. You hollow out the inside, coat it with an entire jar of peanut butter and then an entire jar of strawberry jam, and then stuff it with a pound of crispy bacon, and then you bake it, coat it in butter, and then bake it, and it's fantastic. It's what is there not to like about that? It's delicious. I mean, you can only have a slice, and apparently Elvis used to eat the whole thing, which is crazy. But it's if you ever get a chance to try it, don't turn it down. I'm actually like, this may surprise people, but like I'm a huge Eminem fan. So like, pretty much anything by Eminem, or like I've also used to do a bit of Muse if I'm feeling very daring vocally. Yeah, I think I used to do like a version of Muse's version of Feeling Good. I used to do that, which was probably terrible but great fun. I do very much think they can be friends. There's possibly a situation, if romantic attraction comes into things, that's kind of a different question, because then I don't think the aspiration is necessarily to be friends. But I think there's plenty of platonic relationships out there in the world, and there will remain. So.